growing up in the Orthodox world, there really is no such a thing as being gay. Like, sexuality isn't talked about at all. There's no sex education. So when I realized that I had these feelings, one of the things I thought was that it would just go away. Because you can't be religious and gay, and if I was religious, then obviously I'm not going to be gay forever. And that was really my mindset growing up, that it will either go away or I can actually pray the gay away. I was referred to an organization called JONAH, which stands for Jews Offering New Alternatives to Homosexuality. I was very excited when I heard about JONAH because I thought, oh, finally, I finally found the experts, that can cure me of my homosexuality. And so before I went to JONAH, I spoke to Arthur Goldberg, who is the director of JONAH, and I asked him about JONAH, and he said straight out, he said, we can turn you from gay to straight. He was straight out there. He's like, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but you can be from homosexual all the way to heterosexual. And I was ecstatic. I said, wow, this is, the cure is here. I finally found it. I started seeing Alan Downing in his office in Jersey City, and he started going into the whole theory and philosophy of JONAH and why people become gay. So basically I would be standing in front of the mirror, and it was a slow process of taking my shirt off. He was encouraging me, it's okay, Ben, you can take your shirt off, you'll feel better. And I had a button-down shirt, a dress shirt, which I took off. And at the point where I was at my undershirt, I felt really uncomfortable because here was a man who was much older than me, and I was around 20, and I just didn't want to take my clothes off in front of him. But he encouraged me enough that I did take my shirt off. And at that point, I was just staring at a mirror with my shirt off, and he was right behind me, staring at the mirror with me, at my body, and then telling me to feel, to look at my body and to feel my body. And it was weird. I mean, does it work? No, it doesn't work. I mean, the therapy itself doesn't work. I've literally never met someone coming out of that therapy who turned straight.
I grew up in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, in the religious Orthodox community, and when I was 17 I was aware about the fact that I was gay. I was attracted to other men, and I was hopeless. So when I came across this organization, JONAH, it was wonderful actually, because the philosophy that I grew up with was that human desires can be overcome, any kind of desire, and this kind of desire was an abnormality. And for every message that I said, so I would stand in front of the mirror and say, I feel less masculine when I, ... and I would remove one layer of clothing. So I thought maybe if I remove my shoes and my socks first, we wouldn't get down to the bare minimum. But we continued going. So it was, every message wasn't a layer of clothing. It was going very slowly. I would stand there and stare at myself in the mirror, and we were going more and more, and it was my shirt, my pants, my undershirt, my underpants, till I was standing there with no clothes. And the point was, while I was standing there without any clothes, was to internalize my masculinity and look at myself up and down and see how beautiful I am as a man, and then I could reaffirm my masculinity with new messages as I got dressed again. While I was standing there without my clothes on, he asked me to touch my genitals. And once again I communicated that I'm not comfortable with it, and he was just like, just feel yourself, just feel it for a second. So, you could grasp your masculinity physically, like physically represent what we're doing here. And once again I did that, and afterwards we continued to create new messages about my masculinity, and with every new message I would get dressed again and put on a new layer of clothing. Now, I was uncomfortable with this process. I wasn't, very happy about it, and I did keep it to myself until about a couple of months ago.